Misha, a big bounce back fight for you. Huge opportunity fighting Glover Teixeira. I mean, coming off the loss in the last fight, did you expect to be fighting, a former title challenger? This kind of, it almost seems like a step up in a way in terms of name for Volkan coming off the loss.
I was not expecting nothing. I just kind of like go to the gym, work, train, and then whatever happens, happens. I always go there. I always try to win. Last one didn't go for me. It was like a little bit. It happened. Everything happened way too fast, and um, you know, no one likes to lose. Unfortunately, it happened, and but I'm gonna try to bounce back from that loss, and I have a big task ahead of me. A very tough guy, but it's a tough game, tough sport, and I'm tough also, so it should be good.
Seeing what Volkan's done since then, he's fighting for the belt in just a few weeks. Does that take a little bit of the sting away? Like, oh, look at this! Look at the run this guy's done. He could be champion just a few weeks from now.
Kind of yes and no. It's if you do lose, obviously it's you don't want to lose, but if you do lose, it's to the guy who is truly kind of like one of the best in the world. So it's kind of like there's not as much kind of shame, because you're losing to elite level fighter, and it's such a sport where any second anything can happen, and it's just it's a tough game, and the only thing you can do is go back and train hard and win the next one and put yourself back in a position to maybe challenge him again and maybe do a rematch down the road. Just because he beat me once doesn't mean he's going to beat me the second time. And just believe in yourself, go back to the drawing board, work hard, and work hard, and good things will happen.
You were originally supposed to fight Glover in October. His hand injury delayed it to this card. Is this a better situation for you fighting in Canada? A little more time to prepare. Is this better for you than if you had to go to Brazil in October?
Yes, 100%. I feel like I would love to go to Brazil and fight there as well, but something happened, injuries. It's part of the game as well, part of the sport, and it is what it is. Now we're going to be fighting in Canada. It's better for me, I feel like, because Brazil is very hot. I'm not really from that kind of environment, so it would have been a little bit more difficult for me personally. I feel like it would be an advantage for Glover, but now we're in Canada, and I like fighting in Canada. Where to eat, where to recover after like weight cut and all that stuff. It's kind of like the food's something that you're more used to, and like the home crowd is going to be more like on your side. Ideally I'd rather fight in Canada rather than Brazil for sure.
And how do you see yourself beating Glover in this one? I mean, do you feel like he is the same fighter, he was maybe a few years ago when he was fighting John Jones for the belt? Do you see a slight, digression a bit? What do you kind of see out of him right now currently?
Right now, currently, he's still one of those fighters. He's like an old school fighter. He has very high fight IQ, and he's a very tough guy. He can box, he can wrestle, he can go to the ground, and it's hard to predict exactly what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna try to go in there and implement my game, and I'm gonna try not to play his game, and we're just gonna see who the better guy is.